Alright, let's take a look at the World 11 of the decade. It's a tough one considering I'm almost certainly going to offend someone. Oh, why didn't you include Kylian Mbappe, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Daniel James? Lads, when looking at a team of the decade, I'm looking at the entire 10 years, alright? Let's not forget, back in 2010, Mbappe was collecting Pokemon cards. I mean, come on. Anyway, let's go. Manuel Neuer. Don't get me wrong, David De Gea was a worthy choice, but let's be honest, the lad has been mostly bang out of form since that 2018 World Cup. For about 6 months there, he looked like he was being possessed by the ghost of Massimo Taibi. Let's not forget he had a shaky start of the decade too, so let's say Manuel Neuer. During this decade alone, he's played nearly 400 games for Bayern Munich, won 7 league titles, won a Champions League, World Cup, won an insane number of individual awards. Neuer, without doubt, this decade belongs to you. Dani Alves. No footballers won more trophies than Dani Alves. His CV is absolutely mouth-watering, and to think he came close to trading it all in to become teammates with Jermaine Pennant. During the last decade, the lad has played for Barcelona, Juventus, PSG, Sao Paulo, won 8 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues. Christ above, that telepathic partnership he had with Lionel Messi was outstanding. Dani Alves is a born winner. Thank Christ he never ended up in the same team as Paul Konchesky. Sergio Ramos. I'll be honest, when I first saw Sergio Ramos stumbling around the right back like a 3-legged goat all the way back in 2005, when he looked like Avril Lavigne after 6 pounds of kit, I did not think he was going to be much of a player. Oh, how wrong I was. Right, this decade alone, 4-time Champions League winning captain, scoring in 2 finals, a couple of Ligas, won both the World Cup and a European Championship for Spain, all the while sitting beside mortal enemy Gerard Piqué in defence. He's been placed in the FIFA Pro World 11 just the 9 times this decade, although surprisingly only made La Liga Team of the Season once. How does that work then? Love him or hate him, most Liverpool fans wish he was dead, the man is undoubtedly a legend of the game. And to think he almost ended up partnering Phil Jones in defence? Christ. Giorgio Chiellini. Liverpool fans are probably smashing their laptops in fury, demanding the addition of Virgil van Dijk. Must be the same men who rank him as the best defender the Premier League has ever seen. Yeah, we'll just ignore the fact that John Terry's lifted 5 more league titles than him, but sure. But this is over an entire decade, lads. Van Dijk, whilst also winning the Champions League, has spent it stuck in the Dutch League, linked with Brighton, and sitting on a 6-hour coach trip to Inverness, Caledonian Thistle. I'm gonna go for Giorgio Chiellini. I mean, just so this team isn't clogged up with a mishmash of the roster from the Liga's top 2 clubs. Variety's the spice of life, lads. Yeah, Chiellini hasn't done much with Italy at international level other than offer up his shoulder to be feasted on, but hey, 8 Serie A's with Juventus, how can I overlook this man? Marcelo. Again lads, don't you even dare mention Andy Robertson. He's also spent this decade getting relegated and stuck in the dull queue. Marcelo on the other hand, oh good lord, let's just forget that World Cup semi-final stay in 2014. Yeah, it was hopeless, and he essentially played like Jimmy Traore after being chucked in a dishwasher, but one game does not override a decade of being Madrid's first choice left back, 4 Champions Leagues, stunning player. Sergio Busquets. I remember when Sergio Busquets first came on the scene, the likes of Eamon Dunphy thought Sergio Busquets was the Catalan Glenn Whelan. Yeah, not quite Eamon lad. He's only gone on to establish himself as the finest defensive midfielder of the decade, hoovering up trophies every year at Barcelona. Toni Kroos. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for Toni Kroos. This was his decade. 3 league titles, 5 Champions League finals, winning 4 of them, a blockbuster transfer to Real Madrid, a World Cup crown. This lad is one of the greatest box-to-box midfielders of his generation. Luka Modric. How can I not go for Luka Modric? It's mad. Last decade he was rejected by Newcastle for being too small. Even this decade he was voted the worst La Liga signing of the season. Mental. This decade he's played Champions League football with Spurs, had over 300 games at Real Madrid, winning 4 European Cups, helped Croatia to a World Cup final, and let's not just forget the fact that he was the first one in 10 years to break up the Ronaldo Messi monopolization of the goddamn Ballon d'Or. Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, come on lads, this is hardly a surprise. Do I really need to explain this one? This decade he's become Real Madrid's top goal scorer of all time with 450 strikes, won 4 Champions Leagues, 4 Ballon d'Ors, reached 99 international goals with Portugal, won a goddamn European Championships, became a £100 million player at 33. Insane, just insane. Robert Lewandowski. This was a tough one. Sergio Aguero was a good nominee. Luis Suarez should feel hard done by not getting in, but this lad is a goal machine. Robert Lewandowski. Yeah, Suarez is outstanding, but considering he served multiple bans for trying to eat opponents this decade, nah, he's not getting in. Robert Lewandowski, this is a lad who started the decade seeing a volcanic ash cloud prevent him from signing for Blackburn Rovers. Thank Christ for that, because he'd go on to score over 100 goals for Borussia Dortmund, then over 200 goals for Bayern Munich. The man has won 7 Bundesliga titles, he's in his 30s, and still has 30 goals for the season. By Christmas! Lads, this is probably going to be his best return yet. An absolutely insane goal machine. And yet, he's only one of 2 in this team who's never won a Champions League. The poor lad has only reached the final once. Ronaldo's played in 6. Lionel Messi. Like Ronaldo, who else was I going to choose here? Messi has won 5 Ballon d'Ors this decade, scored a record 86 goals in 1 calendar year, reached over 600 goals for Barca, added 2 more Champions Leagues, averages 40 goals a season. Monstrous, absolutely monstrous. Oh yeah, and he also reached the World Cup final. People often forget that one. Alright lads, tell me what you think. Have I butchered this one horribly? I really don't think so. I mean, you might disagree with the team, but you can't say these players weren't absolutely stunning this decade. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree. Let me know all that. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.